All right, and the next project is a cleanup. It's a beach house here in Jacksonville Beach. Beautiful home. And not gonna be trimming that guy, but I'm gonna take care of everything else on the ground today. Have these beds here on the left that need to be defined and cleaned out. Trim up these grasses. Just a full property cleanup. This is the before, so you can see how everything has become overgrown and has just fallen behind on maintenance. So customer wanted results, so she contacted Florida Pro and she's gonna get hooked up. So let me just kind of give you a view of how things look before I get started. I'm going to trim up this crepe myrtle as well. Anytime it gets to the point where you can't walk by it without bumping into branches, then that means it's time to trim it up. I'm going to cut back this tall grass from the fence line, clean up these small shrubs and the beds. I'm going to do the same thing in the back as well. Let's go back there. Tighten up those grasses and get those weeds out of them. Got some shrubs over here. We're going to take care of the crepe myrtle. Got another bed over here with grasses, and I'll pull those weeds out of there. I'm not going to cut back the grasses too much because I know they want the grasses to cover this utility equipment. So I'm really not going to cut those grasses back too much because I understand the purpose. So I'll just pull out those weeds that have made a home in the grass. Get rid of that. Okay. And trim up this crepe myrtle here. Now, these big shrubs are actually the neighbors, and I can tell because they're on the other side of that fence post. But I'm going to trim them because they're just kind of going to make things look jacked up when everything else is cleaned up. So I'm going to trim that just to give it the wall. Just to trim it back so you can walk around without bumping into these guys as they're starting to poke out. Can't wait on the neighbor all the time. So clean up these beds here as well. All these beds need to be cleaned up. Edged. I'm also going to clean up the fence line, create a separation between the fence and the grass. Also clean up the bed along the house. Clean up this large shrub here. I'm just going to trim it back and just kind of slightly shape it. I'm going to take a look at it when I get going and just kind of give it some shape. Not going to do too much to this big tree. Just get it off the fence a little bit and just kind of keep it in one location so it's not continuing to spread. Trim up these beds back here. Alright. Alright. See where that, you don't want this guy on the fence. So I'm going to cut it back, just keep it inside of its own kind of footprint. And in the future, maybe we'll come back and cut those guys because they're starting to lean up against the house and that's not good. So, but we're not doing that today. I will get these vines off of this guy though, because you don't want vines climbing up the side of your building, climbing up the side of your tree, and then getting on your building, as you can see it's trying to do right there. Climbed up the palm tree, now it's trying to hop over to the house. Okay, well that's enough of me. Going to get busy. Got to get everything done. Got plenty of sun. Got plenty of water. It's extremely hot today. But it's supposed to be a summer. Stay tuned.